All right.
All right.
Well, it's the middle of the week. We're doing this podcast. We're trying to make everything work because the NFL is taking over Levi Stadium for the next 3 weeks with them hosting Super Bowl. So there's been a lot of planning and there's been a lot of
changing for
coordinating and a lot of changing. So believe it or not, we're not going to be in studio for the next 2 weeks. So there will be no podcast next week. But the following week, after the Super Bowl, there will be a podcast.
There will be a podcast. Yep. We will find a way. Listen, if we got to go outside the stadium and record it, we'll do that. We'll go to Robert's house, use his TV.
You want to go to Robert's house?
Hey, we did that during COVID. That's where we did studio for
that's true.
3 or 4 months. So
yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever works, whatever
works.
If we have to go to Robert's house, that's what it's going to have to be. But welcome to the Cover Cal High podcast. I'm your host, Jake Vanderbrook, alongside Adrian Soriano. So we have had a crazy week. Last week with hoops in the East Bay League especially. We had some craziness with Tuesday. We had some good East Bay League thrillers. We had some West Catholic League showdowns with you out in San Francisco with Riordan and St. Ignatius. Yeah, just talk about those.
Man, first of all, I got very lucky with parking at USF. I mean, parking there is really just a pain, especially like in front of the War Memorial Gymnasium, right? It's a pain, but the atmosphere, the environment was just wow. I mean, very deserving to have that game at USF. Wow.
Yeah, the girls and the boys.
Girls and boys, that's right.
Where are they going to be on the polls?
Well, we're going to find out.
So, I love this segment.
Well, let's do the Monday comments first.
Yes, let's do the Monday comments first. And as you can see, I'm not on my phone because I'm texting anyone. I'm trying to just pull up the comments of what we've had as of lately. So these are the comments, and a lot of these comments are from the boys basketball poll.
Oh, okay.
So starting off with Wait ES09, he said, "How about Willow Glen basketball? Fire emoji ?
You know, they're very impressive this year. Bubble. They're a bubble team. But again, it's so tough because, outside of the top 10, listen, I haven't even put Milpitas in this, and they are having a fantastic season.
Yeah, I really like what I've seen from Willow Glen. I think Patrick Judge is doing a remarkable job over there, and they're playing some wonderful basketball. They are a dangerous team. I don't believe they're going to be in the open division. I don't think they're going to be in that, but possibly one.
I think they're in contention.
D2.
They're in contention.
I think they're going to be in that mix, but Willow Glen, without a doubt, they are having a remarkable season.
Absolutely.
At Sports Focus 212.
Is that Danny Root?
Yeah, that's Danny Root. He was a big fan of your polls, and he said awesome with a smiley face.
Thank you, Danny Root, our number one fan.
Much
really
love.
Appreciate it.
Much love.
All love.
Okay. At Coach L.I.J. Rodriguez, SI, this was entering the week for St. Ignatius, 15-1. They should be top 3.
You know what? That's a really fair point. And Ethan Castle was talking to me about that last night.
Oh, he was.
And okay, I think you got to put SI at number 3. And I was like, you know what? Let me see. Let's see. Right? And obviously, we made a change on the boys poll. We'll see. We'll see that in just a little bit.
Okay.
Is there a Dublin comment?
At DSPN_Gals, we'll be back.
All right, Dublin, we're waiting.
Didn't they lose to Granada?
Yes, I believe they lost to Granada last night. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Dublin did not qualify again.
Okay. At Castaldenif.
Okay.
Oh, hi. Better than Liberty and Amador.
Ooh, that's a really good point. I'm gonna give you probably Liberty, and that's gonna be close. Even Amador, that's tough.
It really,
It's a really tough. Oakland's a bubble team too.
I think those would be really entertaining games. So if like those two teams saw each other in NorCal, I think that's great entertainment right there. I saw Amador Vly yesterday. They looked really good in their win over Monte Vista. We'll talk more about that later on in their big victory. But and as they're improving to 4-2 in league play, but we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, no, I think Ojai, Liberty, and Amador Valley, if those two teams,
three teams,
I should say, count the teams, Jake.
It's okay, it's early.
Count the teams. If those three teams, if they faced each other, I think it would be a really good battle, and Ojai would really put him to the test without a doubt.
Absolutely,
without a doubt. So I think this guy definitely has a point.
He's got a good point.
Okay. At Rich City Smoke, this is hilarious. The 1 week I don't think Salesian should be number one, you make them number one.
Come
LOL.
on. Come on. Okay, listen. Salesian lost to St. Joseph, who is going to be a SoCal contender.
Oh, do we know that for a fact?
I think they'll be SoCal.
We don't know that for.
We don't know it yet. But I think they'll be like in
because we've seen this team be in NorCal.
That's right.
Because back in 2023,
they
represented NorCal
for
state.
That's right.
If I recall correctly.
Yes, that's right. And the next year they went to Sierra Canyon.
Yes, and that was when Bronny was playing at the time.
That's right, and they beat Sierra Canyon on the road.
Correct.
Yep, so.
Correct. Okay, those are some of our comments. Let's go to the updated poll. Let's see if Adrian actually considered some of these changes these comments.
This is historic, right? Because usually when we when we would do our podcast, right, our poll in the podcast would usually be the post for Instagram. Well, now obviously with everything changing, right, with the Super Bowl being here and the NFL taking over Levi Stadium, we will have 3 different polls. Obviously, we saw one on Monday.
Yep.
We'll have the one in the podcast, and then we'll have one that will air on Sunday on the show. So this is our midweek polls for boys basketball.
Hey, there's a first for everything.
There's a first for everything. Salesian is still my number 1 team. Okay. Riordan number 2, Claim Valley number 3. No, De La Salle number 3, and we're gonna get to De La Salle in just a little bit. Claim Valley number 4. I know this team lost, but I'm gonna put St. Ignatius at number 5. I've heard all the rumblings. People have talked to me. And,
all the rumblings, all the crumblings, and we do not have Crumble as a sponsor.
We do not have Crumble as a sponsor, unfortunately.
Unreal.
Guys. I know. But St. Ignatius, even though they lost to Riordan, I'm going to put them up at number 5. Listen, they're, 15-2, right? And the only reason why they weren't number 4 is because they lost last night. Had they beaten Riordan, it would have been completely different. I'm going to put Moreau down to number 6, Smitty at 7, Kings Academy 8, Amador Valley 9, Liberty 10. Now, Moreau, I know Moreau was at number 4 entering this week, right? But remember what I said probably earlier this month. If there's a team that's playing a tougher schedule, and I know Moreau is just going to keep winning until probably playoffs, right? They can jump Moreau, and then that's what happened here.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep.
And that is your update, the midweek poll.
Okay. So, St. Ignatius... Number 4.
Yes.
Excuse me, number 5.
Number 5. Number 5.
Yeah, I mean, like, if this were my poll, if I was doing this poll, that like all season long, they would be a top 5 team.
Yeah.
They would be a top 5 team for sure. I mean, this is a really good team. Having Whitley back is huge.
Yes. I mean, listen, having Whitley back for the Riordan game last night was big. I mean, SI did beat Mitty on the road without Raymond, right, which was very, very impressive. That's a gritty win for the Wildcats, right? And had Whitley not played, if he didn't play last night, I think the game would have been completely different, in my opinion. Now, SI is still a good team without him.
Right.
But just, Riordan, all the athleticism and the talent.
Right.
Man.
You like, this is Riordan, St. Ignatius,
I think it's right behind him. SI is right behind him.
And then a bunch of other teams. Mitty right behind SI, in my opinion.
Yes. I agree.
I think you got to look at it that way. But let's talk about that boys game with Riordan SI.
Oh my goodness! First of all, the environment. I mean, this was a sold out game, and you know what? Had every right to be sold out. Riordan had the momentum early on. First 4 or 8 points of the game, all dunks. 2 from Andrew Hillman, 2 from JP Pitov. Did I say that right? Pitov?
I think it's Pitovs.
Pitov. I can't even say it. I'll try my best when I track the game later today. But yeah, so Riordan had the early momentum. I mean, Hillman and JP had chase down blocks in the second quarter. The end of the first half on fire, and then hey, here comes SI, right? This is a feisty, very, very lengthy bunch of kids, man. I mean, at one point they had a 1-point lead, and then Andrew Hillman happened in the end. Game winner at the buzzer. I mean,
St.
wow.
Ignatius, they had to knock down some big triples along the way to make
Absolutely.
this an
Alex
entertaining
Moore
game.
had a big game for SI, and that was a big reason why SI really, really made it a close game. And Whitley didn't start the game; he started off the bench, but at the end of the game, he was on the court. There was no way you're gonna keep him off the court.
Right,
Absolutely.
right, yep. Limit his minutes.
Yeah.
Or that's just a strategy that
Maybe
they're gonna go
maybe
with.
it was. I mean, maybe it's just trying to ease him in. I mean,
Sure.
not playing for a couple weeks,
For sure.
and then just inserting him back into the starting lineup right away,
Yeah.
right? They have the chemistry already, set up, so
sure.
you don't want to mess that up.
Right.
So, but yeah, SI, man, hats off to SI, man. They put up a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Great game.
What a
And
game. I mean, everything you could have
Hillman.
asked for. Everything you could have asked for. Dunks, a thrilling game, a buzzer beater, the crowd. Man,
Right at USF.
right at USF. What a place to do it at.
And Andrew Hillman is going to USF.
Andrew Hillman is going to USF, so I know there was probably a couple USF guys out there at the game last night. That's your future right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Future Dawn.
Yep.
Right
Future Dawn right there. And you shot the girls game earlier.
I did shoot the girls game earlier, the 5 p.m. game. Man, let me tell you, Riordan girls basketball, I am very impressed. SI is a good SI girls is a good team too, don't get me wrong. I mean, both of these teams, I believe, will be in the open division. But Zion McGuire early in the first half, I mean, SI had no answer for this girl. I mean, obviously she got into foul trouble and she ended up fouling out in the second half. But yeah, Zion McGuire was pretty much unstoppable. I mean,
Right.
rebounds. I mean, just points in the paint. And Trenia Dunbar played well for Riordan. And you know what? Hey, what was her name? Haley McGee for St. Ignatius.
Okay.
Really kept the Wildcats at bay for as long as she could. But I mean, SI had that game in control.
Yeah, SI's going to be all right.
Oh no, SI. Riordan had that game in control.
Yeah. Great win for Riordan.
Yes.
SI, they're going to be in good shape.
Oh no, absolutely.
So it's just a great preparation as they get closer to the playoffs. They had a nice win last Saturday when they went
That's
on
right.
to beat
SI
Pinewood.
beat Pinewood by 10. Now that one was like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa. Because I mean, listen, Pinewood, not taking anything away from SI, but Pinewood's a good team, right?
Right.
I mean,
For
well
sure.
coached team with Doc, and you see that was a 10-point game. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you look at the top 4 teams that are going to represent pool play for the CCS girls, obviously Midi.
Yes. Then you got a bunch of
Then you got Riordan.
yes, SI,
St. Ignatius,
Pinewood,
Priory.
and Priory. So that's 5 right there.
Pinewood at
Maybe
5.
St. Francis. I think St. Francis.
St.
might be in
Francis
that, yeah.
will be an open team for sure. Especially when they played Riordan the first time out, and they only lost by 2, if I recall correctly.
Yes, that's right. And we will be shooting Riordan and St. Francis next week.
Okay, so I was in the East Bay.
Yes.
I was out in Pleasanton, covered Monte Vista and Amador Vly.
Ooh,
and
okay.
Amador Vly, ever since this team came off a really hard-fought loss to Livermore, where Livermore shocked the East Bay League opening night of league play.
Yes.
Amador Vly has been playing some wonderful basketball.
Yeah.
Ever since then, Amador Vly is here, ladies and gentlemen. 4-2 in league play, and they had a nice victory over Monte Vista. And let me tell you, I saw a lot of great things from Jalen Smith.
He's a dog.
He is a very talented player. This was my first time seeing him in action, and oh my goodness,
He's good.
He's a very
He's good.
talented player. Sky's the limit for that, man. He's got a lot of D1 offers. He's a very talented player, a lights-out shooter, great defender, and he's very smart with the basketball. I was very impressed with what he did against Monte Vista. I liked what I saw from Elijah Stanley.
Yeah.
He chipped away with 12 points. Cade Kruger, who's going to be going to San Jose State next year, chipped away with 14. A lot of great things from Amador Vly. So I've realized that this is a very aggressive team. They're going to fight for second chance points.
Yes.
They may not have that height advantage because they were going up against 6'10" junior Gavin McMillan down low. That is always going to be a tough test. But Amador Vly, they brought that physicality and they did a great job. They provided second chance looks. They kept possessions alive and they were knocking down the long ball, especially from Jalen Smith, Kruger, Stanley. All three of those guys had a nice game. That's a great win for Amador Vly.
They're a high tempo team, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
there you go. They're gonna get a lot of shots off, right? A lot of fast break stuff. And listen, Amador Vly, I've covered them 3 times,
Right.
or at least
You covered them
twice.
against the Kings
TKA,
Academy,
and then I covered them against Freedom. So twice, I covered them twice.
Okay.
So they're a good team, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna make some noise in the NCS playoffs. Absolutely.
Do you think they're an open?
Ooh, I'm gonna
Because the way the
that's
standings
tough.
are, I think they could sneak in there.
I think it's a yes.
But
I think they'll
obviously,
be in the
you got to
open.
play the tournament.
They got the league tournament. Let's see what happens there. But I think it's a yes. I think they're just gonna get in there.
I think we're gonna have four
We got Dela,
teams represent
East Bay League.
out of the open for NCS. If there
Okay.
are 6 teams, because you're gonna have to throw a Bay Valley League team in there.
Well, I think it'll be
Liberty.
Liberty, Salesian, Clayton Valley. I think those are.
Oh, Clayton Valley.
I think those are pretty much shoo-ins in the open. Obviously, De La Salle and Amador Valley might get in there, and maybe Marin Catholic,
yeah,
because they
man.
beat De La Salle early on the season. Maybe Marin.
Yeah, I don't know how that's.
And then
going.
we don't even know what's. I don't
Yeah.
even know what's happening in.
Yeah, but at this point, maybe I should just stop talking and let the committee do their thing.
Well,
with the
it's a
NCS.
tough choice. It's a tough choice, right? It's a tough choice. All these teams, obviously, outside of the 4 teams, Marin's got a case, Amador Valley's got a case, and I think maybe whoever's Cardinal Newman. Don't forget Cardinal Newman's
Doherty
got
Valley.
a case too. Doherty Valley, Moreau Catholic's got a case too, in my opinion. Moreau Catholic's has a case. So let's see what happens. Let's see what the committee decides in about a month.
That's going to be interesting. Moreau Catholic, they won the NCS D2 title last year. Doherty Valley won the
Yes.
NCS D1. De La Salle won the Open.
And you know what? Remember what I said a few minutes ago about De La Salle? So this is tough because this was an unfortunate situation
Very unfortunate.
that happened in Livermore last night. First of all, Livermore was winning like
3
by 3 in the 4th quarter against De La Salle. So, hey, that tells you a lot about Livermore this year. They're having a fantastic season, and give them a lot of credit, man. This is their best season in a
Shout out
long
Mike
time.
Tripp.
Shout out to Coach Mike Tripp. But this is so unfortunate for both teams. We're not going to speak on what exactly happened. But it was an unfortunate event that ended up just the game being suspended. Now, we don't know when the game will be continued. But, we're assuming it's probably going to be continued before the start of league tournament play.
Right, and keep in mind, this is Wednesday morning that we're recording this
Yes.
podcast, so we haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
The only thing that we know is that the game has been suspended,
Yep.
and they will finish that game at a later day and time.
Yep.
We just don't know yet. So
So-
keep in mind, Wednesday morning we are recording this podcast. The game has been suspended. We just don't know when that's going to be exactly.
Yeah, for all we know, by the time we finish recording and before you even put this up on YouTube, they've already decided on the dates. So, again, very, very unfortunate situation for the kids and the coaches. It's just unfortunate. It was a great game going on, and stuff like that happens.
Yeah, and then, that's got to be tough as well. Then you got to figure out a day, you got to figure out a time, and then not only that, are you going to finish the game in Livermore?
Yeah.
Or are you going to have to go to a neutral site? So that's going to be another interesting thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be another obstacle that these teams are going to have to deal with, especially if they have to play at a neutral site just to finish this game.
There's like 4 minutes left in the game, right? You're
right.
going to play 4 minutes and go to a neutral. Very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But yeah. I guess, should we go to the girls' basketball poll?
Yeah, let's get,
Okay,
absolutely.
well, not really a lot of changes, I would think. Midi SRV, Carondelet, Woodside Priory, Piedmont, Bishop O'Dowd, Riordan, SI, Pinewood, Clay Valley, top 10.
Okay.
Not really a lot of changes. The only change that would have happened is if SI beat Riordan, but that was not the case, so. Really, not a lot of changes.
Clayton Valley, they're going to be going up against Camp Alindo this week, and that's most likely that could determine the league.
Yes.
So keep an eye on that.
Yep.
That's going to be really interesting to see. But let's talk about some of our matchups.
Yep, that's left.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of crazy league showdowns, but I want to touch on some leagues that we haven't really talked about yet in this podcast. So we're going to go to the Santa Clara Valley El Camino division.
Oh, we're diving in.
Basketball.
We're diving in.
And there's chaos with this league.
Yeah, what does Robert call that? A log jam. That's what it is, a log jam.
Some people call it tomfoolery. That just might be me. That might be me.
Hey, but you know what? It's a very competitive league. Very competitive.
It really is. The reason why I say that, because right now, Palo Alto, Cupertino, and Homestead are tied for first place with 6-1 league records.
Oh my lord.
Palo Alto earlier beat Cupertino. Cupertino beat Homestead, and then Homestead beat Palo Alto. Now Homestead gets to travel to face Palo Alto on the Friday night.
Oh my God. This is
a big opportunity.
This is a huge opportunity, man. This could decide the league winner right here.
Yeah. With Palo Alto, they have a very young team. There's only one senior on this roster with Cameron Ogawa, who's running the point for this Vikings team. So, this is our first look at Palo Alto.
Yes.
We know that they're very young. And, when this team can shoot the ball at a high level, they are very tough to stop.
Yeah.
And this will be our second time covering Homestead. Because back on December 30th, Aubrey covered them.
Wow, you got the exact date.
Against Hillsdale, and that was a Euro Clinic Girls Game of the Week. It went down to overtime, and it was really... I'm trying to read my notes
Hillsdale
here.
won.
No, Homestead won.
So Homestead beat Hillsdale. So, Homestead's a good team this year, man. Homestead's a really, really good team.
Katie Tall is leading the way. 15 points per game. They also have a talented freshman in Audrey Wu. She puts in a lot of good minutes for those Mustangs. Yeah,
you know what? Nikon's got a good one on Friday. And me personally, it kind of saddens me that Palo Alto is in El Camino, right? It's not, I think, a few years ago, they were competing in the open division, right? And they were in the De Anza. So, again, just kind of saddens me that they're in the El Camino division, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction to get them back to the De Anza League and hopefully really compete.
Yeah.
So, but it should be a good game, though. Should be a very good game. Nikon's got a good one.
Hillsdale, Aragon.
Yeah, this was Robert, thank you to Mr. Robert Bronstein for bringing this to me because I completely missed this game on our schedule. It's on our schedule now.
Isn't it nice that you were able to listen and hear from the boss man?
Sometimes, I got to concede, right? Hey, it's a good game. Sometimes, right? But, hey, this is a good game, though. This is a first-place game in the Peninsula Ocean Division. So, another league the first look in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Aragon won the first meeting. when these two teams played each other. Was a really good battle, but Aragon was able to take care of business. But really, that was 48-41. That was
48-41. Okay.
48-41.
First game.
Back on January 9th.
Oh, okay.
So Aragon has a chance to do something special. And this is crazy. I was doing a little research on this yesterday. So the last time Aragon won a league title in boys basketball was back in 2004.
Oh my God!
So you want to know what's crazy about this? The last time who coached that team that won a league title in 2004, her name was Carrie Huxford, and she was the second woman in California history to coach a boys basketball team.
Wow. Wow,
I thought that was really interesting. And I was like, no kidding.
That's a very, very historic feat, man. I mean, again, you look at all the boys basketball programs here, how many of those programs are coached by a woman? I don't know. Probably maybe one or two. So that's special for Aragon. 22 years?
It's been a while.
22 years?
Over 2 decades.
Oh, my God. Man, how old were we when that happened?
What was that? 04?
Well, that was February, so...
we were like 6, 7?
Jake. Oh, no.
I'm sorry. That joke is getting old.
Yeah,
I apologize to our viewers.
I think I was 7 years old, man. I was 7 years old, man. Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Some good history for you.
Hey, there you go. Another one in the history books.
Yep. So that's going to be played Friday night. Obviously, for Aragon, they got Charlie Platts, Caleb Brodeth. For Hillsdale, they got Freeman Lane, Sebastian Avina, and Colum North.
Wait, what was the first guy's name?
Freeman Lane.
Oh, I like that name, Freeman Lane.
Yeah, that's a
like
cool
that name.
name.
Yep.
That's a cool name. But those are going to be the key players to watch out for both Aragon and Hillsdale. And that game was played at Hillsdale, the first meeting.
This will be at Aragon.
So with this being at Aragon, this is a huge, huge opportunity for the Dons.
Absolutely.
To do something and to pull away out in the Peninsula Ocean League.
Yeah, you know what? They've had good teams in the past, right? So, I think Robert has this game, so this should be very entertaining to see.
Yeah.
Honestly, and you know what, Jake? I think I can say this now. We are right around the corner of the P word. What's the P word? Playoffs. We're almost there, man. This is insane, man. We just started 2026, and here we are. We're almost in February. It's almost Super Bowl. It's almost playoffs, and it's almost the end of basketball season.
Yeah, and this is the point where you start to get sad, right?
Not yet, because we're still in the regular season. But when we get to state soccer,
when we do the state pod, I'll give you a box of tissues.
Those box of tissues, because now it's a double whammy. Now we're doing state soccer and state basketball. So, I may actually cry really, really sad tears. But I will cry when baseball season is done. That's for sure. Man, this.
You're a very emotional man. Aren't you?
I wear it on my sleeve, man. I wear it on my sleeve. But man, this is insane, dude. We're almost in February, and we will not even be here next week, guys. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna miss you. We're playing by the NFL rules right now, so
it is what it is. We gotta roll with the punches,
Exactly.
and just it is what it is.
Yep.
We're doing our best to make everything work in terms of putting together a well-designed podcast
Yes.
from a production standpoint. We could do it on Zoom. That is
Yeah.
a possibility,
Yeah,
but
it's just-
sometimes you gotta rely on the internet. It lags.
that's true. And plus, you know what? For our fans, they deserve the best. So we gotta.
They
give 'em-
deserve the best.
They deserve top notch. Really good quality. So that's why we're doing this. So
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. But when we come back, this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Starting lineups. boys and girls basketball.
Oh, we're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of talent in the Bay Area, and we need to have our starting lineups.
I love it.
And I'm going to tell you this, a lot has changed. But that's all the time we got.
Yep,
and
that's
ladies
right,
and gentlemen,
guys.
I think it's safe to say...
Okay, here we go.
Round one.
Wait, which camera are you going for?
Either or, honestly.
Okay.
Either
all right, let's
or.
see
The
it. Let's see
way
it.
my arm's been working, who knows where this is going. That was
Oh, no.
low.
No.
Maybe I'll try for the
We'll try for the two-shot.
All
Okay,
right.
the
Safe
two-shot.
to say... Oh, that was way
one more?
off. One more.
One more
Hey,
shot.
Third time's
time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Safe to say... Oh, that was so bad.
Oh, no, it's okay.
You've been covered.
You've been covered. See you guys in 2 weeks.